I think the Messi Cristiano rivalry would have died. This is, without a doubt, the greatest player of all time. You are now the GOAT. Now, I've already come out and I've said plainly that, I hold Maradona as arguably the greatest player of all time. And I hold Ronaldo, R9, as the best football player that I've ever seen in my life. And that's what I've always said. I'm going to stick by it. But as the 2014 World Cup was rolling through, and Messi had already done what he'd already done. Even it's so crazy that we're in 2020 right now. But way back then I'm not great at maths, was it 6 years ago or something? Look, I was a beast, C-set maths. So back in 2014, already, people already say, no, this is probably the best player that we've already seen already. Because he had done so much in 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. And I think he'd already had that crazy where the most goals ever in a calendar year. So he'd already done crazy things. And people already say, no, this is probably the best player that we've ever seen. Club-wise, everything was set up for him to say, you know what, I'm the greatest player of all time. And as he was coming through the quarters, the semis, the final, I said to myself that if this boy figures this stuff out, if he figures this stuff out and wins this whole thing, bruh, and I'm sure that there could be an argument. But Germany had other ideas. Germany said, nah, we're not about that narrative. We want to walk up for ourselves. And Mario Götze said, what's up? Auf Wiedersehen. But let's rewind the tape, timeline, history, all that kind of stuff. What if Messi won that World Cup? Now, if Messi had won the World Cup, even more so, if Messi had scored the winning goal and the critical goal, 100%, Twitter would have been in total meltdown. I think the Messi-Cristiano rivalry would have died. Every single media outlet would have literally destroyed Maradona. I think Maradona would have been done for. And he would have been proclaimed, this is, without a doubt, the greatest player of all time. And I think that there would have been nothing else for him to prove because he had already done so much in the club game. And what everybody has always been missing, specifically Argentina, was him winning that World Cup. So from the media point of view, I'm going to get to myself. From the media point of view, he would have 1,000% crowned because already the media were already saying he's the greatest. And they're already saying so he doesn't even need the World Cup. If he was to win the World Cup, every single outlet would have just said, I can only imagine what Twitter would have looked like if he had done it. They'd have put a crown on his head. People would have been thanking him. You'd have like LeBron James, flipping Federer. Every guy would have been like, guys, we now have the GOAT. We now have the guy that has that is now sitting on top of the throne. And when you look at Maradona, people would say that Maradona is the greatest, and Maradona is the GOAT over Messi because he led Argentina to a World Cup. And for Argentines are cool with an Argentinian being seen as one of the best players in the world. But what Argentines want more than a La Liga or a Champions League won by an Argentine is for an Argentine to win a World Cup for their country. That's what they want the most. So if Messi would have done that, I do believe that Argentines would have held him at a higher esteem than Maradona, because Argentina would have said, well, Maradona, he's his match due for World Cups. And Maradona, he has achieved way more than you in the club game. So sorry, you're out of there. And for HH, as you see, that's the key thing. If they had just won it, but Messi didn't really score the goal, I would have begrudgingly gave him the title. I'd be like, well, you don't really do it the World Cup, but you won it. And we've done the club game so much, so you've won it. But if he'd scored the winning goal, or if he'd made the critical pass and the critical play, then for me it's not down to preference. Then I'll just say, okay, I prefer Maradona, I would prefer a R9. But if I just pull myself back up like, nah, I know I prefer Ronaldo, I know I prefer Maradona, but you are now the GOAT. You are now the greatest. You've done far too much in the club game. You've revolutionized the club game in terms of consistency and what you can do and adapting your game in terms of roles. But if you had won the World Cup, I'd have had to hold my hands up and be like, bro, you are the greatest. And I think I know Cristiano fans would have said no. Cristiano fans would have said nah, and that's all cool. But I just feel the world at large would have had to take a step back and say that he is the greatest player of all time. But it didn't happen. He bricked it. And Germany instead got that World Cup. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.